I am currently stuck in St. Joseph, Missouri. I was traveling to Ozark Christian College. It's Labor Day weekend, and this little symbol showed up on my dash. It was this exclamation point with this gear around it, which means something with the transaxle is wrong, or it's just the common engine light, I don't know. And this happened before one time when I was driving home from camping once, but it never happened again and I never had engine issues. And so it turned on while I was driving and I was thinking, okay, my engine's acting fine, I'll see if it does anything and then I'll pull over, you know? And so eventually it kind of started chugging a bit. I had to watch my speed a bit more and stuff, and it's kind of making me a little nervous. So I pulled over and I'm in St. Joseph, which is like 3 hours from Joplin where I'm trying to get to. And so I get into the gas station, get gas, and then I managed to get to the parking spot, but my car isn't really responding well. And so then I go inside. I had to pee so bad, dude. It hurt my side. So I do a bunch of research on like what needs to happen, like what the light means, what my car is doing. Found out it was the transmission, and then it was probably the transmission fluid that was low. So I see an auto parts thing down the road, and I walk there like a block. They're closed. I walk across the street to this dealership. They don't know anywhere to go for cars. And then I walk to another gas station that's like a quarter of a mile away across the interstate, and I get to it and they don't have the one I need, and the Sinclair one I was at didn't have it either. I end up calling my father and letting him know what's happening, and we called AAA service, which is like this roadside assistance thing, but like they didn't really have an option for what I needed at that time, and I didn't know if I'd need it towed. I just thought I might need fluid. So then I longboard to this Advanced Auto Parts, which is like a mile and a quarter away about, and I called ahead first to make sure they had everything, they're open and stuff. So I got there and it was dark by that time. By the time I got there on my longboard, it was super hilly, but it was super awesome too. Like, it's beautiful weather. Dude, the lights in the city were beautiful. So I get there, get the stuff, get the funnel, everything. I end up traveling back. By that time, I think it was like, oh goodness, I don't even know what time it was. I don't even know what time it is now. Hold on. It's 9:52. What? Dude, I did not know it was 10. Anyways, so I get back to my car and I noticed that there's this huge pool of this like reddish liquid on the ground, and I knew it was transmission fluid because I knew the smell because before I was checking the level and stuff. I called my dad again, told him that it was leaking, but I couldn't see any leaking. And so then I was like, okay, I'll put fluid in and do the whole shebang and see if I can at least get the car moving. Because if I can get the car moving, that means that it was mostly just a liquid problem and it's probably not a transmission problem. But if in fact it is the transmission, that means it's probably bye-bye for my car. If it's just a transmission fluid leak, which I think is unlikely because a little bit after that I looked back and there was a line from when I previously attempted to back out of the gas station, and then I had to push my car back into the parking spot while I was in neutral, and when I did that there was an obvious line. So I don't think it was leaking before I got to the gas station, and then it started when I was there for some reason. But if it's an actual transmission issue, that's probably bye-bye to that car because it's like $600. We got it for like $600. It's taken me to and from Missouri so many times, guys. I freaking love this car. At that point, it was dark and there was a storm coming. Like, I could see the lightning kind of before when I was traveling back to the car, but it was getting close and it was starting to get a little windy and it started getting a little chilly. I felt raindrops. Oh, dude. This is my food for the next, I don't know how long, 10 hours or so. I will be okay. I will survive. There was a Motel 6 close by. My dad did a little bit of research to see what was close by and stuff. I get everything out of my car, make sure that it's all locked and stuff is hidden and all that stuff, and I made sure the gas station people knew that was happening and that I was gonna get it towed in the morning. I ended up walking to the gas station, and dude, it started pouring, like wind and heavy rain, and like it's dark outside, and I was like walking next to the interstate kind of. It felt like I was in a freaking movie or something because I was like literally like running through the rain. I had my earbuds in, and dude, I got a pretty good paycheck recently, and I was talking to my mom and I saw this ad for this waterproof bag, and I was like, this might be actually useful for like my MacBook and stuff. And so she was like, dude, treat yourself. She was like, you've worked really hard, you should get that. So I did, and it came in clutch today. I left some stuff in my car, obviously, like I'm gonna wear the same clothes tomorrow and all that stuff, even if they're a little wet. And thank goodness this hoodie was in there because it's cold. But dude, I put everything I needed in that bag, and now I have my laptop and I have my camera and stuff, and nothing is wet. And so, dude, I'm so happy that happened. Also, I was listening to a podcast as I was going, and like I got a call from my dad or something, and I answered and talked to him a bit, let him know. He hung up, and then the very next part of the podcast was this like sound effect that was like this like old western, and it was kind of creepy. Then this lightning was like going on. It felt like it was close, but it was obviously far away. But it was really bright, and like the rain got heavy all at once, and I like ran up to where the sign was, but I actually passed the actual motel, so I was like on this hill, and it was freaky, dude. It was crazy. And so then I run back, I find a guy inside this random building, and he's like, oh yeah, the Motel 6 like lobby is that way. So I go there, get all checked out, and get here finally, and now I'm in this dank room, and it's freaking awesome, dude. Look at this. It's so fun. It's like, I love adventures. And look at these lights, hold on, watch this. I love that, how they like flicker like that. It feels so dank. So yeah, now I'm stuck in this kind of stuffy smelling Motel 6 in St. Joseph, Missouri. And my youth minister's father sometimes comes down to St. Joseph to do some church work. And so he happened to know a mechanic here named Marty. So tomorrow we're gonna get my car towed by probably AAA early in the morning, hopefully, and get it towed to Marty's and see what he knows, what he can do, and see if he can figure out what's going on and whatnot. And then I don't know what I'll be doing tomorrow. Maybe I'll get a ride from someone in Joplin. Maybe for some reason I won't be able to go to Joplin. Tonight it's Thursday night, and I don't work until next Wednesday, so I got some time. My friends Garen and Ian are traveling to Tulsa tomorrow, so maybe they'll be able to bounce up and get me. It's an adventure, man. You never know what life's gonna throw at you. Stuck in St. Joseph, man. Stuck in St. Joseph.